Hey, friends. Followers of Jesus don't get to have a I don't care what you think attitude. Um, that's going to be our thought, devotional encouragement for the day. We're going to be in a new chapter, John 3, 1 to 21, but we're just going to read the first two verses, and then we're going to talk about that idea. We don't get to have a I don't care what people think attitude. Now, there was a Pharisee, a man named Nicodemus, who was a member of the Jewish ruling council. He came to Jesus at night and said, Rabbi, we know that you're a teacher who has come from God, for no one could perform the signs you are doing if God were not with him. See, this man was a part of the group that they would, as Jesus' story would progress, became more and more against him. They were very much so concerned about losing their own power, their authority, their followers. And in part, that's exactly what happened. As Jesus' story moves along, the people that followed the Pharisees, they began to follow Jesus, and it made the Pharisees very insecure. Now, initially, not so big of a deal, but as you get further and further into the story, they begin to look for ways to discredit Jesus. They began to look for ways to dishonor him, to accuse him of breaking the law, and eventually it leads them to the cross. But so as Nicodemus begins to approach Jesus, I can imagine the disciples are like, we got to keep our eye on this guy, right? We got to see what he's up to. Now, Nicodemus was one of the good ones. There was a handful that would be beneficial to Jesus. They would help him. They seemed to kind of get it. They were sincere in their faith. But the majority of them, it seems like that was not the case. And this guy, this Nicodemus, he does something very interesting. He acknowledges that Jesus is a teacher that was sent from God based off of how he lived. That's my question for you and for me today. If someone were to follow us around for an hour, for a day, for a week, for a month, for longer, would they come to the same conclusion? Would they come to the conclusion that you're a person that was sent from God based off of the love that was in your heart and how you treated people, your lifestyle, that you were the same, that your character didn't change. You didn't lie around certain groups of people. You weren't, fighting, or, you were the same regardless of where you were, that you're a person sent by God because you are genuine and sincere in your faith. See, it's far too many followers of Jesus. They want to fight like the world fights, right? They want to have a I don't care what you think attitude, right? The world, we as if you follow me, we say that the world they fight with weapons of destruction. And while followers of Jesus might not do that, they're perfectly fine with killing someone's character, or gossiping about people, or uh, being judgmental, right? And that doesn't show that God's inside of it. Doesn't that was not going to lead somebody to believe that. It's why followers of Jesus have such a poor name in the communities, because we want to act like one way on Sundays. We want to put our church clothes on. We want to look all fancy, that I'm giving God my best, right? Or whatever that is. And then the rest of the week we want to go act like everybody else. And so, followers of Jesus, we don't get to have a I don't care what everyone thinks attitude. We have to care, because our lives have to demonstrate, they have to model the life that Jesus lived. People have to be able to look at us and go, I don't get why. I don't understand. I mean, it seems kind of crazy, but the love of God's in that person. So have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.